Hello and welcome to my purse challenge, week number 5. Hard to believe that it's been an entire month so far, the month of January, and that's the first 4 weeks of this year for my purse challenge. Now, I was doing some thinking about how I want to do this because, like I said before, you have to keep in mind the months of the year, the holidays, the seasons. You don't want to, I don't like using an out of season purse to put, in a different season. It just looks funny, I think. But that's just me. To each their own, however they feel comfortable, no judgment at all. Okay, so what I did was I sat down one day and I was just thinking off the top of my head, and I made myself a little bit of a schedule. Doesn't have, I know it's backwards on here, or maybe it's not backwards, maybe you can read it, but it's backwards to me. Since we're coming into February, and February has Valentine's Day. You think Valentine's Day, you think love, you think hearts, you think flowers, you think couples. So that is what my theme is for the month of February. All of my purses that I'm going to use are going to have a couple on them. Okay, so, and like I had, it's a little bit from last week too. We had, there we go. Remember what I said about purses, but we had, like a purse like this. And a nice little, insert that has all of your items in there. Works really well. And the same thing with the backpack. They have these, and they even have these for bigger backpacks too. You can get the bigger ones. I thought about getting one for a bigger backpack because occasionally if I'm going to be out or something and I need to take a few extra things, it'd be nice to have them kind of organized into a big backpack because I have a few nice big backpacks. Okay, so I think the purse I'm going to start with for February, for the week number 5, I'm going to start with this one. It is Loungefly, it's Pixar, it's a mini backpack, but it's Wally. It's Wally and Eva. Now, if you haven't seen this movie, there's not a lot of dialogue in it, but it is really, really cute. I saw this in the theater. I took my youngest to go see it years ago, and we really liked it. And I still like it. I just thought they were just such a cute little pair there. And I thought this is a good one to start for February. Like I said, couples, romance, Valentine's Day. So that's the one I'm going to start with. And I don't remember now. I'd have to go back and look. But I don't know that I have actually shown some other stuff. But before I do that, let me get a little bit of history. I actually looked up the history of purses and bags. And actually they started, oh wow, God, centuries ago, but they started with men. Men would have a leather pouch of some sort where they would carry some of their possessions with them. And then as time went on and clothing changed, men got pockets in their clothing so they didn't have to carry a little drawstring bag or a little pouch with their stuff in it. They had pockets to carry them in. Now for women, of course, it was a little different. We have many different sizes. They started out very small. They didn't have the big purses like they do now because you didn't carry anything with you except for like your most expensive prized possessions is all you carried. And I'm not talking like paintings. I'm talking like jewelry or a pretty compact or, stuff like that. And they had many different kinds. I'll have to look up some more and I'll give you some more information on another video. But they can range anywhere from, purses can range for very cheap, like maybe around, depending, $5 to $10, depending on where you're shopping, up to, gosh, I don't know, maybe a couple thousand, at least. I know there was the most expensive purse. I did see it online. It was a jewel encrusted Hermes purse. And it was a small little box, maybe a heart shape, but it was very, very pretty. And I forget what the amount, what the price tag on that was, but it's a whole lot more than I can afford ever. And personally, I don't see the point in carrying something that expensive. I mean, I would really be worried, if, walking around, if somebody would be going, oh, even if you don't think the jewels are real, it's still worth, looking at. So, gosh. So I'm trying to be a little bit more careful as far as how I carry mine. And like I said, I have some that are kind of pricey, but nowhere near what those cost. Mine are maybe a couple $100. That's about it. I don't go much higher than that. But then again, I don't pay the couple $100. I always try and get them for the best price that I possibly can. Because I like to change them out often enough. And if I would hate to spend, say, $300-400 on a purse, and maybe I'll carry it around for 2-3 weeks maybe, but then I might want to change it out. Now I have to consider weather. Now if it's raining a lot, now the purse is going to get wet. I don't want the purse to get wet. If I spent that much money, I want to keep it looking in great shape. So I wouldn't be carrying it around when it's, possibly going to snow, or it's going to rain and storm, or anything else like that. And I certainly wouldn't be putting it on the floor. When I'm in the car, I don't put my purses on the floor in the car, especially in the front, because too many people sit up there and now you got all kinds of icky stuff on the floor. So it either sits on the seat next to me. Sometimes it will sit in the back, depending if there's somebody sitting next to me, then it'll go on the back seat. I do have room, of course, behind my seat on the floor. And since really nobody sits in the back seat of my car, so the floor is pretty clean. So I'm able to actually put a purse on the floor, like right behind the seat, or right between behind the seats there. So it's like in the middle. So I can just kind of reach back and grab what I need to grab. So that's not, that's not too bad. But I try to keep them in really good shape. Even just changing them out. I mean, some of them are starting to look a little worn because obviously I have some favorites over others. But here we go. So one last thing before I sign off for today. I don't remember if I showed this. I might have. And if I did, please just kind of go with it, because I actually did some reorganizing yesterday. Now, I had seen this on another YouTube video, and I can't remember when, and I can't remember who did it, and I'm very sorry that I cannot give proper credit, but I thought this was the greatest idea. If you want to change out your purse often, and you're always putting kind of like the same things in there, or you're taking and leaving a few things, depending on the size, like I said, you're going to need maybe multiples of certain items. But I went ahead and I have a basket. You can see the basket, and I have some pouches in there. This is all stuff that I could potentially put in my purse. Now you can see these zipper pouches here. They are zipped just so the cats stay out of them. But I have, this one it says a medicine bag. Now, it's not strictly just medicine, but anything that you would use, say, for, there's some medicine in here. So we have a pill case. We have some, hold on, it'll come to me. Sunscreen for your face. Yes, because you got to take care of your skin too. So sunscreen. So this would be that kind of stuff. A lip scrub. I have some cough drops in here, some other little hand wipes, and all of that good stuff in there. So that's in one. So if I need to take something out of here, I can, and I can throw it in my purse. This one here has, we'll say, some cleaning stuff. I have a wet wipe in here. It's sanitizing wipe. I also have a Tide stick. Is that a Clorox stick? No, that is an OxyClean stick. Okay. And then, of course, your lint roller with with extra cartridges, because you never know when you might need those. And then this one here, I have some hair stuff in here. I have like some little rubber bands with some barrettes. I have a brush, a headband, a mirror. I don't always carry a mirror. because, well, I've never liked looking in a mirror. I've gotten better. And there are certain occasions that, yes, you do need a mirror. So I do have one. And of course, when I had more hair than I do now, I actually carried hair clips. And these little ones I can still carry because occasionally I can use them. If nothing else, to get my hair off of my face, especially when it's hot outside. But I don't always need to use the little zipper bags in the purses because, well, I just may not need to. If I have this organizer here, since it has all kinds of pockets in the back, in the front, and a little zipper pocket, I don't need to carry any of these zipper pouches. Everything can just kind of go in here. And I think that is going to be it for now. I will see you back in the next video. And next week, I'm going to show you some other items that I put in my purse. Of course, my different wallets. I like to change out my wallets as well as my purses. And if you know, depending on the size of your purse, you can't always have a big wallet. Sometimes you need a small wallet. And I will show you all of that next week. So I will see you in the next video. Have a good week.